We are doing a trip from Hong Kong to China today, or to mainland China, should I say, to a place called Shenzhen, or Shenzhen. Not quite sure on the totally correct pronunciation, but if you come to Lowu, then you can get, apparently, a 5-day visa on arrival for this area. Yeah, fingers crossed we actually get the visa, as we've heard mixed reviews about actually getting it, so wish us luck. Read online that apparently they start the visa applications from 9 AM. It is currently 8:47, so hopefully we're one of the first in line, although there's a few people in front of us. So yeah, are you feeling optimistic? Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, as we've booked a hotel that isn't refundable, so hopefully we get in. So when you come up yesterday, you've got to fill in your form over here, and you've got to take a picture in the booth over there, then you go and get a ticket number and then wait for them to call you to the desk. Number 6 in the queue. Passport's back, visas complete, and it is 9:46, so only took us 45 minutes.
Well, we haven't got out yet.
We haven't got out yet, no, but I think it's just a little check of the passport, I guess. And it cost us 130, mine said RMB and yours said CNY.
It's just the same thing.
I think it's the same thing, but yeah, not really too sure. We have made it into China, and first impressions, everything's really confusing. Got no idea how we're gonna make it to our hotel, but I'm sure we'll find a way. Coming up to our first official look at Shenzhen. Quite, it looks very misty.
Yeah, very.
The metro system's really weird. You have to like, oh, it's raining as well. Nightmare. Who said to walk, eh? But yeah, the metro system's really weird. You have to just like scan your bags like airport security every time you go into a station. We've made it into the hotel. Thought we'd never make it. But quick hotel room tour. Got the kitchen here. A little wok, oven, yeah, base, microwave, fridge, got the sofa, TV. I think that's a washing machine out there as well. And then come upstairs, bathroom on the right, bedroom on the left. Oh, hello.
That is nice.
Little business meeting.
Yeah.
Those views.
Can't see too much.
No, very gloomy day, isn't it?
Crazy.
What a room. We paid 760 yuan for this.
Yuan? Is that what you say?
I think it's yuan, isn't it?
Yuan.
Yuan?
Yuan Ringabilly. No.
Jumped in a taxi and come to Dong Meng Ding. It's like a plaza place. We're starving, so I want to get some food. And if you're coming to Shenzhen or China, then definitely download Alipay. It's an app which you use to pay for everything, as cash isn't really widely accepted here. And you can also book like taxis like Uber through the app as well. So it's very, very useful to have if you're coming here. I found some food. We're going for some meaty, bready things like a banh mi kind of vibe.
Meaty bready thing.
That's what he gone for.
45 it costs as well.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Yuan?
No idea.
Chinese no.
Is it spicy?
No, well.
No?
So strong.
It is. So Shenzhen is the place to come for all your electrical goods and bits like that. So I need a new screen protector as mine was smashed. So we're in a little shop here. They've got loads of cases and all bits like that. And she started off at 20. Second to the cheapest, she's at 15. I said, can you do 10? And she said yes instantly. So yeah. It's always a bad sign when they say yes instantly to your price, but 10, that is an absolute bargain anyway. Like I was saying about Alipay earlier, you also can use it for the metro. So easy. So Shenzhen used to be a small market town of just 30,000 people, but now it is China's richest city, and the average income is 50% higher than that of anyone in Beijing and Shanghai. This shows what changes have happened to this city over the last 40 years. It is crazy. No secret that China is one of the largest manufacturers of electronic goods in the world, and this one has just made a new purchase, haven't you?
Joseph converted me to Philips toothbrushes, and honestly, like everything else in my life, it somehow managed to break, and I don't know how.
Also, this area that we're in now in Shenzhen is home to loads of huge electronic markets which do literally everything you could ever think of. But unfortunately, we've come here around Chinese New Year, and yesterday was the last day that they were open before they've shut for the holidays. So yeah, we didn't get a chance to visit them. You're also on the hunt for a new camera, weren't you?
Yeah, new disposable.
Maybe next time. Morning China and good morning Shenzhen. Last night we went out for some hot pot, which is basically you get like a big bowl of like boiling broth in the middle of the table, and you get some like cold like raw meats and vegetables that you then dip in the broth and it cooks it. It's very nice. It was Beth's first hot pot experience.
It was delicious.
Yeah? You liked it, did you?
We literally like chucked everything in there that we saw as well, because obviously everything was in Chinese and we couldn't understand it, and it wasn't properly labelled, so we had a load of tofu, which we don't usually go for. But yeah, it was good.
We had it all. And yeah, we started today off with a coffee from Anne's Coffee, and apparently they're the founder of the cheese coffee. We didn't actually get one, as we didn't know that until after we ordered. But yeah, I think tomorrow we might try a cheese coffee. But yeah, today we're gonna head to see some pandas. And have we got to go down there?
I think so.
Yeah, Metro's down there. So yeah, today we're heading to a little safari zoo place to hopefully see some pandas, as when we were in Macau, the panda place was actually shut on Mondays, so...
China's very well known for its pandas, because I think they can't survive outside of captivity anymore. They're not the smartest of animals, so it's going to be so exciting to see one of them in the flesh.
Yeah, I've not seen a panda before, so yeah, that's the plan for this morning. Let's see how the rest of the day goes. This is something we don't have on the London Underground. Low temperature carriage. On the Underground we've got one temperature and it's absolutely boiling hot. We're at the safari now, just picked up our tickets and they were 200 each, but you do get a discount if it's your birthday. I think it's like 120 if it's your birthday.
Who goes in and says it's both our birthdays?
Well, it's worth a go, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but obviously they're going to ask for ID, and then they said no.
Yeah, they did ask to see our passports, and yeah. So no birthday discount for us. Right, show me the pandas. 3 tigers. 1 sleeping. Oh! So you can actually get on a little bus and go through the tiger enclosures. Here's what we've all been waiting for. And he's just got into the bush. God, look at this guy.
Ooh.
Well, safari complete, and it's a bit of a bittersweet thing coming to something like this, as it's really cool to see animals that you're probably never really going to see, like the pandas, but it's a little bit sad to see when they've not got too much room to run around and all bits like that. So yeah, would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's very impressive how many animals they have here, like the
so many
exotic monkeys, the tiger, like so many tigers. They had a white tiger, like all the leopards, but the leopards were in like the smallest cages, weren't they? The lions were really really skinny, and like you could just see that they were really weak. So we even saw a tiger like throwing up, he looked really unwell, didn't he? But I don't know, it's one of those things, like we've just seen so many amazing animals, but it's in like very unfair conditions.
I think we also both know how the animals feel with people staring at them all day. because ever since we've been here, people are just absolutely baffled to see us. Obviously don't see many, very many like white or Western people. So again, same as Macau, walk past anyone and they just stare at us. So it happens so much. So this is the 4th tallest building in the world. It is the Ping An Financial Center here in Shenzhen, and we're gonna go up it. Bad news. It's currently raining at the top, they said. I don't really get how it's raining up there and it's not down here.
Well, it's very foggy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, how tall is it?
It's like 400 meters, I want to say.
Yeah, so we're not up there, are we?
Yeah.
We're different up there to it is down here. China just doesn't want us here. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, so they said that we can't. Well, they said we can go up there, but they said you're not going to see anything. So it's quite a nice guy for saying that, really, because I think it's around like £20 to go up there. So yeah, unfortunately we're not going to be able to see the nighttime views over Shenzhen. But yeah, that building is the 4th tallest building in the world, and China's 2nd tallest skyscraper, behind one in Shanghai. Another day, another Chinese yuan. I have to say it now. Yuan. And that is the building where we tried to go up last night, but we couldn't, unfortunately. But today is a new day, and we're on our way to get a cheese coffee. We tried to go for this coffee, which has got a poached egg on top, but he said they've run out of it. So they've gone for a nut cheese latte instead. And they were 31 yuan each. There is the cheesy coffee. Go on, taste test.
Cheese and nut coffee.
It's cold on top, isn't it? Tastes a bit creamy, doesn't it? Something that we have noticed here in China is that all of the bikes, like the motorbikes and scooters, they're all fully electric, and I would say 95% of the cars are also electric as well, which is really interesting. I guess that is the future. Oh, and Beth just told me to tell everyone that every bin has recycling as well.
I mean, I don't know if this is really bad to share, but I genuinely thought maybe China didn't have such a huge emphasis on sustainability because everything plastic is made in China pretty much, but every bin's got an option to recycle, and yeah, it just kind of seems the air's very clean, don't you think?
I think compared to Hong Kong, like, everything feels really condensed, whereas here it's all like really spread out, so it definitely feels a bit more like roomy, yeah, a bit more fresh. Just had a very strange experience. Some guy on a motorbike or like a scooter come up to us saying he wanted to escape China, and how can he do it, and where can he find someone that can make him escape China? Absolutely baffled. I mean, we were both there just kind of like, well, we don't know really.
No, well he said that he was in prison for 3 months because he refused to get the vaccine. So he was saying political asylum, wasn't he?
He's seeking that, I think.
Yeah.
Very strange experience, but yeah, maybe all is not what it seems. First bit of nature today is Lian Hushan Park, and we're met by some water-falling mushrooms over there. Trees, water-falling trees, and some pink buildings as well. We've made it to the top, and it's so busy up here. I think it's because of Chinese New Year that there's all these people up here. You got a statue of someone, not quite sure who that is, but you got the Shenzhen skyline in the background. Was it worth the walk? Yeah.
A lot hotter than I thought it was going to be though.
Yeah, it's actually warm today, hence why I got the sunglasses on. I feel like the sun is trying to poke out a bit. Just found out that that statue is a guy called Deng Xiaoping, and he was a political leader and economic reformer, and I believe he was the leader of the People's Republic of China, apparently. So yeah, that's why everyone is loving it. taking pictures in front of him. I think Chinese New Year is the reason why it's so busy as well. It's nice, isn't it? Beautiful views. I'm telling you, I feel like an absolute celebrity in China. Some guy even just got a picture of me. Second nature stop for us today is Lizi, I think also known as Lychee Park here, and that's because it's got loads of lychee trees. And keeping up with the Chinese New Year theme, nice red colours. And a waterfall.
Very nice.
I think she's training for the backwards marathon. These are lychee trees here, but can't see any lychees growing on them.
Do you know what lychee looks like?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
It's like see-through, isn't it?
I don't know if it's got like a skin around it though. I know that's
it
what
must do, surely. But if they're see-through, then they're quite well camouflaged, to be fair. So there might be loads there, actually. Got a couple of people doing Tai Chi here. My dad actually used to do Tai Chi randomly. Very pretty, this park, isn't it? I take back my earlier statement. I'm not sure which one I like better.
Ooh,
I did say,
I just caught
what, a little worm or something, a little fish.
what worms live in a pond?
Loads. I did say a minute ago that I like the other park better because of the views, but I quite like the ponds and lakes here.
It's got like a nice tranquility about it.
It is, yeah, very peaceful
And
here
like
as well.
very reflective, very cool.
Beautiful. That's it, we're officially back in Hong Kong now. We're just about to get the train back into Causeway Bay. And yeah, that completes our time in China. Only come for a few days. It is Chinese New Year, I think tomorrow in Hong Kong, or just in general.
Everywhere.
And we thought we'd be there and spend it there, as there's like loads of different stuff going on there. So yeah, just a couple of days in Shenzhen. But overall, my thoughts or our thoughts on China, I thought it was a really cool place. Very, very clean, I would say. Cleaner than Singapore.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'd say cleaner than Singapore. Obviously very focused on the environment, it seems, with all the electric cars and scooters. Definitely cheaper than Hong Kong as well, a little bit, I would say. What else would I say? There's loads to do there, it is huge. So you can definitely make the most of your 5-day visa when you're there. But I would say it took us a little bit of time to kind of get used to the technology there and just the way of life over there in China, all the different apps, and yeah, just get integrated since it takes a bit of time. So I feel like we faffed a little bit. And
we were definitely out of our comfort zone, weren't we?
Yeah, yeah,
of like
for sure.
having all these apps that we can rely on to get around and make the most out of our time, especially when we were limited to only a few days. But it's just like a new place. You've got to like, and we managed, like even when we weren't able to communicate with like words, we managed to get around, didn't we, and buy what we wanted.
By pointing.
Yeah.
Pointing and say 1 or 2. So yeah, I'm not sure if like going somewhere like Beijing or Shanghai would be a little bit different, as they're kind of more catered towards tourists. I would say Shenzhen doesn't really get that many tourists, probably just the people going from Hong Kong. So yeah, it'd be interesting to go to one of those kind of more major cities and see if it is as hard as we found it in Shenzhen. Apps that you would need, I would say Alipay. You need to get Alipay, as you pay for everything using Alipay. WeChat, if you can get WeChat, then do it. I know you couldn't link your card to WeChat, could you?
No, also Alipay, you can, in most restaurants you have to scan a QR code and it has a translator on it, as well as like being able to clear the menus, which you can do on WeChat, but yeah, at least on Alipay we're able to pay as well.
Yeah, Alipay does everything. It's got a translator in there, it's got a little like taxi service like Uber you can order cars from, and taxis were really, really cheap in China as well. Like 20-minute journey was like £1 or something. It's ridiculous.
We also didn't realise until last night that even though we couldn't use Google Maps, we could use Apple Maps to get around.
Apple Maps.
So,
use Apple Maps for sure. And if you want to be able to use like Instagram, WhatsApp and all that, then make sure you get a VPN that works in China. I use Mike's VPN, which is NordVPN, and it worked once, and then after that I think they might have cottoned on that I was using it, and then they blocked it. So yeah, find a VPN that works in China. They're my top tips.